The biggest crime stories of 2024 still hold our attention as we turn the page to 2025. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Dan Santella reviews some of 2024's biggest news in local crime and looks ahead to what comes next in the cases.
A high-speed chase on Highway 34 in early February turned deadly. Moody County Chief Deputy Ken Prorock lost his life in the line of duty.
He did a tremendous job at the job he did and was a great mentor to all of us, me included, even though I was his boss. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think of him.
Joseph Hook of Sioux Falls stands accused of purposefully swerving and hitting Prorock. He has pleaded not guilty to a first-degree murder charge. A jury trial is scheduled for May. Centerville, South Dakota saw a former mayor accused of a triple murder in May.
We were watching TV when we heard one gunshot. We came out to smoke a cigarette and saw a bunch of cops outside and one of the people walking back that were taken into custody.
That person was Jay Ostrom, who has also served as a Turner County Sheriff's deputy. He's pleaded not guilty and is scheduled to be back in court at the end of January. 1 month later, Sioux Falls was rocked by a triple homicide. 3 people who were gathered around a backyard fire pit lost their lives in the southeastern part of the city. Police said the last time there were 3 or more victims in a Sioux Falls homicide was more than half a century ago, back in 1973.
Any of the neighbors out there would probably tell you we were out there until into the evening hours on Saturday, processing the scene.
Police never explained how suspect Justin Rackley knew the victims. He's pleaded not guilty and is scheduled to return to court next summer. Early July brought what police called a hostage situation to this gas station in central Sioux Falls. Police Chief John Toombs said an officer came under gunfire while taking a break. In the end, no hostages or officers were hurt after a SWAT team member fatally shot the suspect with a sniper rifle. South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley declared the shooting justified.
Obviously, we seek peaceful resolutions, but oftentimes we're forced to act on what takes place in front of us.
The death of an infant, whose body was discovered in August at a Sioux Falls recycling center, prompted a rush of support for a little boy who came to be named Gabriel James Doe. As of the last day of 2024, police told us the case was still an open investigation.
The main thing is trying to identify who the baby belonged to, and we haven't been able to do that at this point.
More than 200 people attended or watched baby Gabriel's funeral online, and cards came in from all over the country.
It's been great, knowing that the community has really reached out to us and knowing that so many people loved him without knowing him.
2024 brought 16 homicides in Sioux Falls, which stands as a record dating back to at least the early 70s. Among these cases is that of Jimmy Ledbetter, who was accused of killing his wife in October. She had recently filed for divorce. Ledbetter has pleaded not guilty. KELOLAND News spoke with Ledbetter back in 2018 for a story about domestic violence and a meeting he organized on the topic.
I would like to see the courts be stiffer when you see the abuse happen. Women are losing their faith with the courts.
Family of the woman Ledbetter is accused of killing told KELOLAND News they are remembering her as Angie Scholl. Sioux Falls Police Chief John Toombs sat down in late November with KELOLAND News about the increased number of homicides in 2024.
We understand that we're big enough, but also small enough that a couple big incidents will have a big impact on numbers.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Dan Santella.
And not all of the crimes in 2024 involved violence. During the second half of the year, the South Dakota Attorney General's office announced investigations into crimes involving at least 5 former state employees. 2 of the most significant arrests include Lana Carroll, who is accused of stealing $1.8 million from the Division of Child Protection. Sandra O'Day is suspected of making fake car titles and securing almost $400,000 in fraudulent loans. We've posted links to all of the stories included in this year-end report on KELOLAND.com.